Hello, welcome to TooWokeBoys, episode 135. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together, we are two
Woke Boys.
I'm speaking.
We are speaking for you because we are the voice of women. And this is episode 135. We're here and we just, it's almost the end of the best month in the world.
Yeah, it is our last episode of Black History Month.
Like, why can't every year be a leap year,
Right.
And why can't we add more days on leap year?
Right.
In honor of, Black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their history.
Yeah. Well, despite Black History Month coming to an end, our fight for Black people does not stop.
No.
Ours, it's not like, oh, February is over. Now we're just not going to care for another 11 months. Like you guys, like you racist ass listeners.
Yeah, you're so racist.
We're not like you. We care about Black people year round, which is why it doesn't have to be February for me to approach a random Black guy on the street and just be like, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You just got to apologize.
And then he'll be like, who are you? What are you talking about?
Just,
I'm sorry for for us, for what we did to you guys. I mean, not me, I wasn't part of it, but like all other whites are, but not me, because I'm like one of the good ones. But he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just like on my way to work. Can you leave me alone? And then he starts like walking away briskly, and I have to chase him and follow him. And be like, hey, get back here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
And then, then he takes off running, and I have to chase after him. And, sometimes you have to chase after Black people to let them know that you're on their side. Yeah. Same goes for women.
I'm constantly chasing women, telling them it's cool, and you don't have to run from me.
Right.
You think you're faster than me, I'm going to definitely catch you. And then I run past them to let them know, like, this is how fast I am. I'm actually way faster than you.
Yeah.
And then I could tackle you if I wanted.
You obviously wouldn't do that.
No, but
if you could.
Yeah, I might, just to be like, see, this is what it would look like if I were to tackle you and then mount you, but I'm not doing that.
No.
And then she'll be like, can you get off me? And I'm like, I'm not on you.
Right.
And then she's like, okay, but it seems like you're on.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
you definitely would not tackle.
No, absolutely not. Unless a woman wanted that.
Right.
And then that would
if that was part of your like role play, then you would certainly do that. But we talked about in our man on the street video, or woman on the street video, if you will, where we,
Women on the street.
Yeah, yes. Where you said like sometimes you have to chase if a woman's walking through a parking lot by herself, sometimes you have to chase after her to let her know that she's
you
safe.
Care about feminism. Yeah.
Right.
Because women aren't safe walking down the street, and that's why you have to approach them when they're in that state to let them know that they're okay. Just be like, you come up to a woman and you're like, hey, I've been following you for like kind of a while. I don't know if you noticed, but just letting you know you're safe.
Totally.
And she'll be like, why are you following me? And you're like, to protect you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, thank you for following us and listening to us. You should do that. But if you try to fucking tackle us, good luck.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. Don't you dare try to run us down.
The boys are a force.
Yeah.
I mean, we are jacked on pre-workout.
Right.
And
so much C4.
God damn, we are lit up. Dude.
Good luck trying to take me down.
There's too much tea.
Not going to happen.
There's too much tea on this podcast.
Right. Which is bad.
It is bad, but we apologize for it.
We hate tea and we hate masculinity and toxic masculinity. We have too much. Like, we can't help that we're this way.
It's just so much testosterone.
Yeah, we wish we were more beta, but we're not. No. We're just so fucking alpha.
We're so alpha, dude.
And
it's
a struggle.
Yeah. And the only way that like my tea can be released, there's one way.
Yeah, I think I know the way. Yeah.
And I think you know the way out there. And if you're a woman and you want to help me release my tea all over your teas, I would help you. Okay?
Yeah.
And then it would be
really
good.
Poetic.
Yeah, and I would be kind of a beta for like a few minutes.
Right.
But then my phrase sexuality kicks in so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, please leave.
Right.
I'll throw a towel at you. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for following us and listening to us in these dangerous times with this severe weather going on all over the country.
Some
Freezing.
people would call it rain.
Right.
Yeah.
But others would call it climate change. So maybe do something about the environment.
Yeah.
This is your fault. All this weather going on, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah. I
Because
bring
you
my own
pollute.
bags to the grocery store because I care.
Yeah. Do you, bitch? Didn't think so.
Yeah, sometimes
This
I
is your
forget my
fault.
bags, but then I pay 10 cents for the bags because that's good for the environment.
Yeah. God. So
It's just hard giving such a fuck about stuff like we do.
yeah. So yeah, there's this severe weather, freezing cold temperatures and snow in like the Midwest. I think the East Coast is experiencing that. Even here in California, there's been some snow in a lot of parts of the state, and rain, and yeah, just a lot of severe weather. And so you might be, these rainy days, sometimes, like I know women on rainy days, they'll like to just kind of hunker down and just kind of look outside and stare out the window and kind of contemplate things. And you can't do that alone.
No.
You don't want to be alone when you're doing that. You need a strong male presence to
kind of hugging you.
and
behind.
kind of caress you, provide warmth because it's cold. You need to provide. You need us to provide some warmth and heat to you. So we'll do that.
That'd be a good, like let's say it's raining out and then we make, sweet love while it's raining, and then maybe you could get out of the bed after we make sweet, passionate, equal love, and then you go into the kitchen and maybe, I don't know, make a sandwich or something, and then maybe like kind of there's like a window in my kitchen and you can like look out the window while you're making a sandwich for me.
Okay. What does she have to gain from just making you food?
The like a job well done, I guess.
Okay.
Women are caretakers because women care so much.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
They care a lot. So that like making a sandwich for me after after we bang.
Yeah.
That's like women like that kind of stuff.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the voice of women and we know what they want. So making me a sandwich after we fuck, that's
we're going to go ahead and make that.
We're going to go ahead and say
decision.
that women love making sandwiches after we fuck. And especially if you're a guy and you have sex with a woman, the second you bust, go, hey, thank you for that. Make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
Women love that.
Yeah. And if that blows up in your face and ruins your relationship, don't come back to us and being like, hey, Chris and Cole, my girlfriend broke up with me because of you guys. It's not our fucking fault. You probably didn't deliver it the right way.
Yeah, you didn't say it right. And don't get it twisted. We are in your girl's DMs to problem solve.
Right.
For that relationship.
Yeah, we're going to help out.
Mm-hmm. And our advice would be to leave that piece of shit asshole and come over and make us a sandwich.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
But we'd ask in a nice way.
Right.
And then when she gives us the sandwich, we'd be like, would you like a bite of the sandwich?
Uh-huh.
But we would freak if she just took a bite without asking, even though she made the sandwich.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is this? You took a bite out of the sandwich?
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you?
For sure.
But yeah.
So yeah, with this severe weather, you got to be safe and you got to be held and caressed, and that's why you need to hit us up in our DMs. Come over to the studio, and we will provide some warmth. Some people's power went out this weekend, and so like if your power goes out, you may have to come over to somewhere that does have power here, and you might be wondering, okay, why did the power in my apartment unit go out, but everyone else's down the hallway is still on? Was someone messing with the circuit breaker outside?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, of course not. It was the weather.
Cutting the power to your apartment.
Absolutely not. We would not do something like that.
And it's not like the second it went out, we were knocking on your door.
Right.
It's like psst, power goes out. Hey, did your power just go out? And then she'll be
She's like, who are you?
Yeah, what? How did you know? Like, I don't know. She's like, why are you holding those electric scissors or whatever for cutting wires? It's like, I just found these over there.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody sabotaged your apartment. You
Right.
know? But at my place, I have electricity, so maybe we
just have
go
to
over there.
relocate. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the types of dialogues that we have to have. And so if your power just happened to go out right now,
and you're a helpless woman with no power,
just a damsel in distress. Yeah.
And like, just come on over, and we have a mattress on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah. Just right there for you.
Yeah.
And just ignore the cameras. They're like pointing at the bed. I was working on something earlier, and it's like doing a self-tape. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But go ahead and lay there and make yourself comfortable. And then she's like, why is the
like,
red light on?
Right. Also, where are the sheets on this bed? There's
like,
no sheets.
Yeah, no. They're at the dry cleaners right now. She's like, where's your bed frame? I'm like, that's at the dry cleaners too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to pick up the bed frame later. But there's normally a bed frame here. And there's also furniture too, so don't.
Right. It's like, why is the TV on the floor?
Yeah.
It's like, we don't need a fucking entertainment center.
I'm sorry. Do I have to hold the TV up for you while we watch it? Do you want me to like lift it to the proper height for you?
Yeah. God.
It's like
women are just so demanding.
Yeah.
He's got to have a bed frame. He's got to have an entertainment center.
It's like
he's got to have a job. It's like, shut up.
It's
you
like
know?
Podcasting is a job.
Yeah. This is our job. We make so much money from this.
So much. We're not in the hole.
No.
Huge on this show.
No.
I'm not in crippling debt.
No, we're not about to fold this
fucking
operation
podcast.
any second.
No, absolutely not.
Because you motherfuckers won't give us money. Give us money.
Yeah.
To the slut fund.
Yeah.
And keep this podcast alive. This podcast goes under. It's your fault. Just like climate change. It's your fault.
Climate change is your fault. And you know what's really dangerous about this podcast going under? Who's going to speak for women?
I know.
Women are going to have no voice.
Right. I mean,
like they'll say stuff, but no one's going to
give a shit.
No one's going to listen to those dumb bitches at all.
Yeah.
But they need us.
Right.
To say stuff for them because women don't talk good.
Right.
You know? They talk stupid as shit.
Yeah.
And they need smart dudes like us to say smart shit for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on the line with this podcast. It's, you know,
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of weight on our shoulders.
Right.
It's like we're carrying
you know what I feel
heavy
like?
Woman on our shoulders.
Yeah, you know what I feel like? Atlas.
Yeah.
Right now, where he's
carrying the earth.
He's carrying the earth on his back, and he's just so fucking jacked. And you
fuck.
can just see
got
the
those
veins,
sick abs,
just 8-pack abs, veins just popping out of his body.
Damn,
and he's just
perfect body.
He's just carrying
you
the
see
earth.
The bulge on his fucking little. His penis isn't out, right?
I haven't focused on that part, but
me neither. That's why I didn't know. I was just asking.
Yeah, but he's just carrying the earth just on his back, and he's just so fucking jacked.
Yeah,
and that's I identify with him a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We are Atlas,
right? We
are carrying the earth, but we're not carrying. We're like kind of reluctant. Like we're like kind of carrying it. Like we do that. We like look at it and we're like, why?
Right.
We're about to spike it on the ground. Like fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you better give us money, or else.
Women just don't have rights anymore. And that's kind of why.
What do you want?
That's why that's happening, because our podcast isn't doing as well as we would like.
Right.
You know.
So and again,
I mean, we are doing better than Joe Rogan's podcast. Like technically,
because our ratings are higher.
Well, our average rating is higher than his. Sure, he does have like somewhere around like 50,000 reviews, and we have somewhere around like 100 or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, like his podcast is like 4.6 or something like that. Ours is like 4.7.
Wow.
And 4.9 on Spotify, I believe. So
I mean, we're
obviously,
better.
Yeah, it means we're a better podcast.
Yeah.
So obviously. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for us. And you better, review us and leave us reviews and all that, so we can continue to beat Joe Rogan. Also give us money, because it's your fault if this podcast doesn't succeed. So, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. There's this new article in the Washington Post saying that a new assessment of of the origins of COVID-19 point to it being a lab leak.
Okay. So that's new information. That's not
well. That's
what everybody thought?
After like I think an exhaustive study and a very credible one.
So are you telling me that it wasn't a Chinese guy ate a bat?
Ate a bat?
It's not that?
Apparently not.
Wow.
But
I thought it was racist to think that a lab in China
came out of a lab of scientists.
Yeah, in China at the Wuhan
and it was racist
Virology
to say that.
Center.
Yeah, it was racist to say that, but not racist to say that
Chinese people eat bats.
A Chinaman was eating a bat. Yeah, because that's not racist.
No, that's not
all.
Racist at all.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and he looked like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Right.
And then just eating bat soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's how that.
So apparently, for some reason, it's racist to say that it came from a lab of scientists. But yeah, now the Washington Post is saying that. But we just want to say that like we're not gonna agree because we're
That's,
also
the woke take is to disagree with science now.
Well, it's like believe science, but.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Believe science when it like fits our narrative.
Yes.
And not if it opposes stuff we've been saying all along. Like now there's a new report, another like big sweeping report saying masks have not been effective at preventing the transmission of COVID-19. But you think that's going to make us stop wearing masks?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So
no. We take our narrative from day one and we say follow the science, but if the science, like the study, comes out and negates exactly what we've been saying, we are not going to change a thing.
Yeah, but you say science and then you just do the thing anyway, even though it doesn't make sense. Like it is good science to have a dirty cloth mask in your car that you've never washed ever, that you like stepped on and fell out of your car onto the parking lot ground, to just wear that forever.
Yeah.
That's clean.
Totally.
And safe.
Yeah. And it's about science is about never admitting when you were wrong. Like you should not be open to new studies and new information that changes what was commonly believed before.
Science doesn't change.
No.
Science is like a religion.
Right.
And we believe in that.
Yeah.
But religion is bad.
But we say follow the science.
Yes.
But again, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Nod. Like we don't
follow the narrative.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So we're not going to admit that anything we were preaching early on was wrong.
No.
About this.
No.
We should not be willing to look at new information, see the things we were right about, see the things we were wrong about, maybe take some accountability and apologize for the things we were wrong about and have willingness to change. No. It's not about that. And we don't care that the study now is saying that masks have not been effective. You're still a murderer if you don't wear a mask.
Yeah. You're definitely even worse than a murderer, a Republican, if you're wearing if you're not wearing a mask.
Yep.
So do you think that the narrative changed? Okay, it's like they changed the narrative and then there's like, I don't know if you saw Woody Harrelson did the
I did
monologue.
see that. Yeah, which that was...
But that's,
we need to make sure that he does not work in this town again. So I'm going to be calling some
SNL.
I'm going to be calling some people.
Yeah,
and
we know people at SNL.
Yeah,
We'll call them.
Maybe we'll.
And by we know people, it doesn't mean we have a YouTube account that we will just comment on the video and be like, he sucks.
Right.
From the TooWokeBoys account. That's not what we're. Yo, that guy sucks. Put us on there.
Why does Woody Harrelson even need to host? His fifth time hosting. Put Jake Novak on. I can guarantee you.
That's a good.
I can guarantee you.
He should have been the next SNL cast member.
Right.
He should be on the show, but we should be hosting the show.
Yeah. But at least if he's not going to be on the cast, he should be the host.
Yeah.
At least.
My thing is he should be on the cast. Because he asked to do it
because he asked nicely and
on a YouTube
rhymed
video
a couple times.
Yeah, that was in 9K and like fucking directed by George Lucas.
Right.
Yeah, that. But we should be the host of the show.
Right.
We should host it every week.
Yes.
The SNL should be the TooWokeBoys weekly
featuring
show.
SNL.
Yeah. Exactly.
100%.
And the monologue, we just do this for the entire show.
Right.
And then Bobby Moynihan comes out and does a backflip or whatever.
Yeah, he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah, we'll have him on though.
Yeah,
you know how they always bring out old cast members?
Right.
Like, hey, it's that one guy that used to be on the show.
Right,
nice.
Right.
Then Will Ferrell will come out.
Yeah.
And he'll, be him or whatever.
Right. But I was going to say, if Jake Novak if he hosted and did the monologue, I can guarantee you he would not be making any jokes making fun of COVID lockdowns or vaccine mandates.
Absolutely not.
He would be saying, vote and wear a mask and take the vaccine. He would be saying all the exact right government approved things. And that's what we need in comedy. We need everyone to be just towing the exact line.
The exact line for every single political thing you're supposed to
children dying in the schools.
Could you imagine, like, think of like a modern comedian's like album that's come out in the last couple of years that does that kind of stuff, like what their track list would look like. Number 1, vote. Number 2, wear a mask. Number 3,
I want to be the next SNL cast member.
Well, that one actually was not, an exact take you're supposed to have. I'm a good guy.
Right.
Women are smarter than men.
Right.
It's like literally like school shootings are bad.
Right.
Is there any other ones? I mean, it's all of that stuff.
Right. Climate change is bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. We miss Jake Novak. He's still AWOL.
That's wild.
Because
of bullying. Can you believe people would make fun of his shitty content?
Who would ever do something like that?
What fucking asshole would make fun of somebody's content for being garbage?
Certainly not this show.
We would never do that. We love that stuff.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Woody Harrelson should never be allowed to work in Hollywood again after his tasteless joke making fun of...
Yeah, and was it a joke or was it like him up there making
misinformation,
a political point, which we are against unless you say it the other way?
Yeah, we are 100% pro-free speech as long as the speech aligns with our point of view.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, then you should have big-time consequences.
Yeah.
You should lose your career or maybe your life.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of COVID, the California COVID emergency, the state of emergency ends on the day this podcast is coming out.
How dare you?
It ends today, so we're recording on the 28th. It comes out tomorrow. Is tomorrow March 1st? Tomorrow. Today's the 27th. Tomorrow's the 28th. So
it's
the podcast comes out.
This is the last day of Black History.
Wow.
Then you have to wait a whole year.
Yeah.
To have Black History.
Yep.
Sorry, George Washington Carver. You will not be celebrated until a year from now. But guess what? I'm gonna pick up my big jar Jif, and I'm gonna dip it. I'm gonna try and dip out like a little.
Yeah, it's tough to pour out peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm trying to pour out a sip for my homie on the ground, but it's peanut butter, so it's like pretty thick.
Right.
So, but I'll maybe like grab a spoon and kind of
flick it out. Yeah, so the COVID state of emergency ends today on the day this podcast is coming out. And so we just want to say this is bad news. So what, they're going to loosen up restrictions? People are going to get back to normal and they're not going to require things like masks and extra testing.
Extensive testing.
And that is not okay.
What if someone's sick and then doesn't know they're sick? You know what I mean?
They're asymptomatic.
That was the most dangerous thing about COVID is that you could walk around feeling awesome and then go somewhere feeling amazing, and then someone else would get sick, and that would be your fault.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So we're going to be protesting.
Yeah.
Outside
we
the
need to go
State
back
House.
To taking your car
full lockdown.
Into the parking lot of a Walgreens and having a Walgreens cashier shove a Q-tip into your brain.
Yes.
That we needed that.
Yeah.
And then for them to go, it's okay for you to go back home now. Or holding a thing that's like a gun up to your head that says the temperature of your body.
Right.
That wasn't the most horrifying thing to see ever. Like people just like literally like pointing a gun thing at your head.
I mean, we'll be pointing guns at your head,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
real guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you say the wrong thing.
Of course.
We're not gonna threaten the life of anyone who's saying the right. We're not gonna threaten the Jake Novaks of the world.
No, absolutely.
We're gonna
not.
threaten the Woody Harrelsons of the world.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Just like Woody Harrelson's dad did. You know, Woody Harrelson's dad was a hitman. Do you know
Really?
that? Yeah.
No. What?
Yeah.
His dad was a hitman.
Yeah. And I think, did he go to jail for, I think he did get caught for
hitmanning.
Yeah. But there was a sketch in one of those Please Don't Destroy sketches. They did a sketch where like Woody Harrelson was out. They were like staking someone out in a car, and Woody Harrelson had like a gun and was like getting ready to, like in the sketch, like to go in and kill someone. It was like, interesting. Is this like a nod to his dad here? But yeah,
he was in the movie too, Natural Born Killers. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Didn't see it, but
It's pretty good.
but anyway, we used to like Woody Harrelson, but now we hate him because he made this joke that was counter to the
narrative.
government narrative.
But now, well, it's not countered now though. The narrative has changed.
But
Right.
we're not going to let it change.
No, we want it to be what it was.
Right. And we hate, and yeah, we love just kind of like not really being consistent in any way. Like we hate big corporations and
We hate big corporations,
except
but this
for
show is sponsored by Pfizer.
Yeah, except for Pfizer. Yeah. So yeah, this show is sponsored by Pfizer.
and Raytheon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Two great
War's
companies
bad
doing
and-
great things,
Yeah.
and Pfizer is building a better world, and just like Raytheon. And so visit Pfizer.com and Raytheon.com to if you're in need for some medicine or some
missiles.
Weaponry.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the show here,
Yeah.
and thank you to our generous sponsors,
Yeah.
Pfizer,
Yeah.
Raytheon,
And we're gonna collect those sponsorships.
and Monsanto.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you up after the show and be like, "Yo, see the ad we just did? You need to."
People ever do that? Just like preemptively
do an ad, then send it to a company and be like, "We did an ad for your show," and they're like, "Who?"
Well,
are
I guess
you?
we're about to find out if that works.
We'll try it and see how it works.
Yeah. So
what's your baseline for advertising on whatever news state? Okay, we'll just take that.
Right.
Whatever you're doing with CNN, give us that.
Right. We have the same audience.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we didn't have a Don Lemon incident where he told women that they were old bitches.
Yeah, right.
We didn't.
Old washed up whores.
Yeah, we didn't-
not in
yeah.
their prime anymore.
Yeah.
We
He's
don't.
like-
we don't say that.
He's
stuff.
like, pussy is gross after these bitches get kind of old. You know what I'm saying, ladies?
right.
And then they're like, what? What are you saying? And he's like, yeah, pussy's like fucking cheese or whatever. It gets bad after, I don't know. But
Yeah. Well, here's the
pussy's like milk.
Well, here's the thing about
expires
Don.
fast.
Right. Well, here's the thing about Don Lemon. Like, why was he punished for, like, he's gay? Did people not, like, do they not realize he's gay? Like, gay guys have license to just totally like rip on women.
Yeah. Gay
And-
guys eviscerate women
Right.
all the time.
Bitch,
Yeah.
you ugly ass bitch,
Yeah.
and that's a white
Yeah,
guy's
it's a
voice.
white gay
because
guy.
white gay guys, of course,
Are
use
black fat women.
right
Yeah.
because we have to remember the SAS pipeline here starts with black women,
fat black ladies.
black women,
Yeah. The fatter the lady, the more sass.
Right.
Too. Which is Lizzo, queen of sass.
plus size black women down to white gay guys down to straight white women who are now appropriating the slang from gay men who appropriated it from
fat black
fat
women.
black women.
Yes. All this is derived from fat.
And
black
that
women.
also that chain of the chain of sass, it goes, that's the oppression chain as well, and it goes from least oppressed to most oppressed, because we know there's no one more oppressed in America than straight white women.
Oh, for sure.
So,
and hot women too.
yeah.
Hot straight white
Hot,
women
straight
are
white
the
women.
most oppressed, and that's why we care about them the most.
Right.
Because the oppression level.
Right.
It's not some sort of scumbag thing that
No.
we just have a preference and want
Yeah.
to fuck hot white ladies. That's not what this is.
No. So, yeah, what were we talking about?
Oppression and women and sass. Don Lemon.
Oh, the state of emergency. Oh yeah, Don Lemon. So why was he punished for, like, it would be horrible if he said what he said being a straight guy, but he's gay.
Yeah.
They have the license to be like,
okay, so
you washed up bitch,
Yeah.
old ass postmenopausal bitch.
no one wants your old ass pussy.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they need.
Right.
Yeah. There should have been more gay guys on there to take Don Lemon's side.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of all alone out there. you know?
Right. He was fighting by himself.
He was fighting by themselves, and he was like kind of in between them. So like they're, you know how like women's like periods sync up or whatever.
Right.
They were using that pussy energy to like crush his.
To take him down. Yeah.
Yeah. They all
Unbelievable.
synced their pussies up like a Wi-Fi and probably destroyed him. You know?
Yeah. Very unfair. So he should be. I think he's back on CNN.
He's
but
back in,
they said he's on his like last straw or whatever,
Well,
last
okay.
chance.
So they rehired him, but he's got to go through like sensitivity training,
Right.
which is basically they have to berate you.
Train like how old is he? 50 something.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to give sensitivity training to a
50-year-old
middle-aged man
who's been on
TV for
50 years.
Yeah. Right. Because
Yeah.
that's effective and meaningful.
That's helpful. Yeah. They're basically going to the principal's office as an adult.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's helpful. And then also we got to remember too that CNN is all about forgiveness, which is why they forgave Jeffrey Toobin, who whipped his penis out on a Zoom.
Right.
But it was an accident. So
Right.
he was just going to town on a
Right.
Zoom.
Yeah.
And he was like back on the show within like a few weeks.
Yeah. And we've definitely
How is that not
never gotten caught doing the exact
absolutely
same
not.
thing. And if there's video of us doing that, it's like a deep fake and it's AI. It's not real.
That was definitely not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, in that video that's going around of me doing that, like the you can tell it's fake because like the penis is like way smaller than it is
That's
in
a
real
good
life.
point. Yeah. It's a
so that's how you know it's
digital AI penis that
they're trying to shrink to
they're
make
trying
me
to
look
deep
bad.
fake penis technology to make you look like your penis is not
Look like
huge.
I have a micro penis. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we all know
and that's
that I'm
body shaming.
well above average.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know if you saw the article I shared on here.
Yeah.
I'll pull that article up. I don't know if did you have anything else you wanted to say about the
No, I think we covered that.
Okay. So there was an article that I saw. This is on IFI Science, some IFL Science. Okay. Human penises are getting bigger at a fast rate, but that might not be a good thing. It says over the last 29 years, the average size has increased significantly. A study looking at penis sizes from 1942 until 2021 has found that the average erect penis length has increased significantly over the last 30 years, while flaccid penis lengths have remained the same. This may sound like good or at least neutral news. The lead researcher says that it could be caused by factors such as chemical exposure interacting with our hormones. The meta-analysis took a look at penis length studies from the last 8 decades, including data from 55,000 males all over the world. Studies were only included if the measurement was carried out by an investigator. So they don't want to believe all men, because men would lie about that kind of stuff.
Right.
Excluding any that relied on self-reported data. Let's see. That also includes studies that measured penises from the root of the penis to the tip of the glands. Okay. Yeah. So you're not supposed to start from your butthole, and then that's not your penis length.
Oh, really?
If you start from like the back of your knee, go up, wrap around your balls a couple of times, and go up the tip.
I thought that was how you did it.
Yeah. Apparently, my penis is like 4 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I have to use because it's
a yardstick. Yeah.
No, I have to use a tape measure because it's not one linear line because it's doing all that
the
weaving
curvies,
and going
like
around.
A crazy straw.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to use a tape measure because a ruler doesn't show the true measurement.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I have to use like a straight
it's
instrument?
Crazy. What if it's curved?
Right.
Or if it's a curly Q like your penis or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, And we just have to say too, maybe this study has been flawed because we are going to go ahead and say this. We have been participants in that study, and we have single-handedly skewed the numbers. That's how big our penises are.
Right.
When I did the study, they were like, do you want to do this study for measuring the average penis length of a man? And I was like, I don't know if you want me to do that, because I'm going to change the numbers drastically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to go way up. You know what I mean? Like, think about, like, if the average person is like, you know, 5'10" or whatever, and then like one guy shows up and he's like 25 feet tall, that's going to fuck up the average, right?
Right.
It's going to make the average like not a normal number. That's kind of what I did with this whole thing.
Mm.
So, you know, I'm sorry that I've done that, but, you know, they wanted me to participate. So, you know, single-handedly bringing up the average is just what I've done, you know?
Yep.
But, you know, it's just what we do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, moving on, unless is there anything else you want to say about the penis length?
No. And I do want to say this too, that I've been body shamed many times.
Yeah,
for this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
You're really strong for dealing with that.
Yeah, I've been sick of being bullied, you know?
Yeah.
When I change in gym class, like all the people are like, Jesus Christ, that dick is huge, you know?
Right.
I'm like, ugh, I just feel like a freak, you know?
Yeah.
And it sucks. But it's okay, you know? I'm happy that I have a body positive penis, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Women have told me my penis is fat, you know, and it's like thanks. That really doesn't feel good, you know.
Yeah.
And they'll say things to make me feel like I'm not normal. Like they'll say something like that penis is not going to fit in my mouth, or it's not going to fit in me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I just want to. Where do I fit in? You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're a woman that's like a size queen or whatever, definitely hit me up. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, that's really brave and vulnerable of you to come forward and admit that you have this physical kind of defection.
Yeah, it
is a defect.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible to have to deal with.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do what I can.
Yeah. Really brave. So
thank you.
Yeah. So if any women are wanting to hit up Chris to, now that you see how vulnerable he is, talking about his enormous penis, and same goes for me. Actually, I have the same problem too, for sure. So hit me up and we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
So there is this whole controversy in East Palestine, Ohio, with the train derailment there and these toxic chemicals going in the air, and the Cheeto was down making a publicity stunt. Did you see when he went into McDonald's? Did you see that?
What is his deal with McDonald's?
He loves McDonald's. You know why? Because he's a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I go to McDonald's and I order a Big Mac.
I got a fillet of fish for everybody.
Because you always know what you're getting, and it's very good. It's very good food, and you always know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
And then,
pretty good.
But sometimes the ice cream machine is broken, and then it's not good. And then I'd like to get a McFlurry, but sometimes they don't have it. They're out of stock.
Yeah.
I'm going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he went into McDonald's, and everyone's like, oh, Trump is here. Oh. And you know what? I just want to say, I just want to say something about the whole situation there. So that East Palestine area, they voted overwhelmingly for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I have to say in 2020? And you know what I have to say about this train derailment there? Good.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm glad it happened.
Yeah.
Those people can fucking asphyxiate to death for all I care.
Yeah.
They can die. Who gives a shit about them? Who fucking cares? Bunch of red state hick. Oh, I'm in Ohio. I work at a train station. I'm a blue collar guy.
I work on the railroad.
I work on the railroad. Yeah.
We transport coal and chemical poison or whatever for some reason.
I work at the railroad. Then I come home and tell my bitch wife to make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
I do that because and then I root for the I root for the Cincinnati Bengals or the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what part of Ohio
one of those.
East Palestine
is.
Root
for both of them because they're too dumb to pick a side.
Right.
But they do pick a side, but it's the wrong side.
Yeah.
Whichever team's worse, that's who they pick.
Yeah. So I hope these chemicals continue to kill all these animals and wildlife, and I hope it starts killing people too. How about that? I hope it wipes out the whole town.
Yeah.
Just wipes it out like the plague, like the flood. Like the flood comes through and just wipes it, like the Noah's flood. Just comes through, just a biblical flood, and just fucking wipes them out. In other news,
isn't that what they said on The View?
I think they said
what you just said is basically what they said.
I think they said something like
View.
that. Yeah. So I hope they all like get fucked or whatever and die. Now, if you saw in other news, Marjorie Taylor Greene called for a national divorce. She's done that multiple times now, which is a euphemism for civil war. She says national divorce. We need to split between red states and blue states. I mean, can you believe that someone would say that, like, you don't care about half the country?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What happens to them? We're the United States of America here. You should care about all people of all political beliefs. We're all on one team here.
Yeah, it's like
we're one American family.
We are together in this.
Can you believe that she would say that blue states should be cut out and
that's crazy that they
be divorced from? Who would do that?
I don't know anybody that would say something that mean and shitty.
Yeah.
You know? I've definitely never heard anybody say anything like that.
No. You certainly wouldn't hear it on this podcast.
I mean, we're the most empathetic podcast on the planet.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, we care about people regardless of their opinion, unless they're the wrong opinion, then we want them to die and they suck. But we just care too much.
Yeah.
You know? And we do believe people can be forgiven if they agree with us 100% on everything.
Right.
But until then, they can die.
Right.
But once they change their mind, that's cool.
Yes.
And then if they're like, didn't you like wish we died? We're like, shut up about that. Don't bring that up again.
Right.
Because now it's cool. So.
Yes. Yeah. So, good to kind of get that out of the way. So, and Mayor Pete was down in East Palestine or Palestine too.
He's like the
transportation secretary.
He's really killing it.
Yeah.
Like flights are being delayed all the time and trains are falling over everywhere. And
again,
why are these trains carrying this stuff?
I don't know. But
like,
again,
what is that
shit? We should not be criticizing him just like Don Lemon because he is gay.
Oh, he is gay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's cool. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of former presidents, this one we like, Jimmy Carter. His niece says the former president still has some time in him. So he's on hospice care at his home, 98 years old. We talked about him before, but we love Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
He was a great president.
He built
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's nice.
Yeah.
Because he builds houses.
Who did he build them for?
For people who needed them.
Like homeless people?
Poor people. Homeless. I think so. Yeah. Just like.
Okay.
Yeah. Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. It seems like there's still a lot of those guys.
A lot of them out there
that
need some
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then like
a tent doesn't count as a home, right?
But if they want to be in that tent, they should not be forced to leave that tent.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of these fucking right wingers being like, "Oh, we got to get these homeless people we got to get these people off the street. We got to get them inside." No, they should be able to camp out wherever they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was really mad when they closed that park that's like really far from where I live.
Yeah.
That was fucking bullshit. I mean, I loved that park for them, you know?
Right.
And now, you know, these poor fucking homeless pieces of shit have to stay right over here, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
I can tell how much you love them by that tone in your voice.
I mean, I love the homeless people,
yeah,
and I care about them so much, and I deliver goods to them
right.
all the time. And but they need their own space, like that park that's really fucking far from my place, you know? That's what they need. They need that.
Right.
So they need to get that park back.
Yeah.
You know? and they need to
Echo Park, right?
Yeah. It was a beautiful park when it was just littered with masturbating, meth addicts. That was great.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It should not be the goal to get them inside and off the streets. They should be able to camp out and do drugs and jack off in front of children.
Yeah. On a swing set that was there for kids to play on. But it's like your kid can play on it. Just wait for the homeless guy to quit beating off.
And if you say that you want to get them off the streets, that is ableist of you. That is classist of you.
Yeah. Show some compassion.
Right.
Show some compassion for those poor masturbating meth addicts. Okay?
Right.
I mean, we just care too much.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see other stuff going on. Yeah, so Jimmy Carter, we hope he holds on.
Yeah.
And we hope he survives for a bit. Other stories, Ben Stiller. So there's this about like every 6 months or so, some people on Twitter will try to like cancel Ben Stiller and Robert Downey Jr. for doing the movie Tropic Thunder, where Robert Downey Jr. wore blackface.
Well, not just that. Robert Downey Jr. wore blackface. The movie is about being full retarded, going
Simple
full
Jack.
retard.
Yeah, right. That too.
Going full retard in a movie.
Right.
Yeah. So it's definitely not one of the most hilarious
one of the
movies
best comedies
of all time.
Yeah, no.
It's definitely not.
It is definitely problematic, and they should be Robert Downey Jr. should be canceled for doing the blackface. It's not that the movie was making a brilliant point about method acting and narcissistic method actors, and no, it doesn't matter. It's a guy, a white guy, wore blackface, and so that's it.
That's
end of conversation.
Yeah.
So he should be canceled, and Ben Stiller should be canceled for making fun of a disabled person.
Yeah.
And it's not the same thing that they were making a great satirical point about actors and narcissistic, fame-hungry actors. It's not that. They should each be canceled for the communities they disrespected. And we are definitely the people on Twitter and on social media trying to make that happen. And it's just a shame that they haven't been canceled yet, but we're going to keep fighting for it.
Yeah, and I'm going to, as research, I'm going to watch that movie a couple more times and just take some notes on not how hilarious it was, but how mad I am.
Right.
And if I laugh, that's me showing how mad I actually am.
Right. Also, there is a difference between the blackface that Robert Downey Jr. did in that movie and the blackface that you do on the regular, because your blackface is like you're trying to make a point.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't doing that in the movie.
Right.
No. Yeah.
When you go out there and because you want to see, I mean, you say it better yourself, but like you want to know what it's like to
That's right.
walk a mile in the shoes of
shoes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I do that. Yeah. I go out in blackface and I walk in my neighborhood and people get mad, and it's bullshit, like people will be like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, oh, I get it. It's because I'm black now. When I walk down the street in my normal, regular white face, no one's mad. But the second my face is black, everybody's super angry.
Go figure.
And it's like, that's how bad racism is in America. Like, try walking down your street in blackface. Let me know how people react.
Probably bad.
Because you're black.
Yep.
And that's terrible. They might even call the police on you, which is an act of violence.
Yeah.
So it's just
insane. Oh, I see a suspicious black guy in my neighborhood.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this other story. OnlyFans model Coconut Kitty takes own life after being slammed as pedo baiting.
Coconut Kitty.
Yeah, so there's this OnlyFans model who killed herself so her whole thing was like she would dress up as like a anime character, basically, right?
Okay.
She had she'd do like these big eyes, which kind of made her look like a
people?
kind of made her look like a child, and so she would get criticized for that.
Nut.
And she
Kitty?
got Coconut Kitty, yeah. And she was getting criticism and she killed herself. And
Jeez.
yeah, so we just want to take this time to say, like, if someone hasn't told you today, mental health is important.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're ever struggling with suicidal thoughts and you feel like you don't want to live anymore and you feel like the world has failed you and you're lost and you have nowhere to turn and your life is a mess and you just want an end to all the pain. And if you're a hot girl, hit us up in our DMs and we will counsel you through your problems and make sure that everything's okay, and we'll help turn things around for you.
Yeah.
And make things better.
Yeah.
So that's from the bottom of my heart. Like, any hot women out there who are struggling with their mental health,
Yeah.
like, you can always, my DMs are always open.
Yeah. If you're a mentally ill, just smoke
Just
show, bitch,
so hot. Yeah.
hit us up.
Yeah. It's probably vulnerable too.
Oh,
And
they're definitely vulnerable.
Yeah.
They're the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's all they have.
Right.
Is how hot they are.
Right.
And they're just, they lose their minds all the time.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of women that we like to help, just because we care.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we won't gaslight you or any of that other
No.
stuff. We don't do that stuff. We're not toxic boys.
No. And if you're not, if you are having, depression, suicidal thoughts, and you're not a hot woman, then you can, like, call the suicide hotline or whatever.
Yeah, call that number. Or
yeah,
whatever.
call that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know the number, but the
Yeah.
Logic song that's the title of the song is the number.
That's
So
fucking killer song.
yeah, so you can fucking call that shit or whatever, but they'll deal with your problems. But if you're a hot woman, you can call me.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and we will probably play that song for you.
yeah.
That'd be cool. You
And you'll
bring over
probably
some
be like,
mentally ill chick, and
yeah.
you put it on like a sex mix, and it's that fucking song the whole time.
Right. You're like, hey, can you turn that off? It's bumming me out.
Come on,
Can
I've
you
been
turn
the
on
low, I've
something?
been taking my time.
Yeah, can you turn on something more upbeat?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Well, he does go woo in that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you relate? Woo! Yeah.
I feel like killing myself. I can relate. Woo! It's a good song.
Yeah.
Didn't it win like awards or whatever?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It was not the biggest piece of
song.
shit on the planet.
Best song.
Yeah. I've been taking my time. I've been on the low. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Great song.
God damn it.
Do we have but not as good as when I was in the 3rd grade. I thought that I was gay because I could draw and I kept my room straight.
Yeah. That song was wild.
It's like, don't worry. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, I'm gay. And she's like, don't worry. You've loved girls since before pre-K.
Yeah. Yeah. Just in case you didn't know, you love pussy.
Right.
Yeah. You do care about gay people, but in case anyone
But you are not one of them. Yeah.
If anyone thought you were gay for 1 second for this pro-gay song, you are a puss hound.
Right.
Yeah.
So straight.
Yeah. And that's what we are.
That's what we are. Yeah.
Yeah. And we can't help it. We wish we were gay.
We wish we were gay. We wish we were more beta, but we can't help that we're extremely alpha, extremely straight.
Addicted to pussy.
Sexuality is a spectrum, but we are at the 100% straight side. We can't help that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we wish we were more fluid.
Yeah.
We wish we were on the other end.
Sex is a spectrum or whatever that shit is. Or that
whatever
stuff.
You fucking tell yourself.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bullshit. But unfortunately for us, a doctor told us it's like you are full binary. Like you are only this.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
Also
it's
free
like,
sexual.
I thought it was a spectrum and they were like, not for you.
Not for you.
Not for you. That's just, you've too much tea.
Yeah. God.
It's like, you're just so jacked.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
But if we released some of our tea,
Yeah,
then maybe there's hope for
even
us.
us out. And
So
we can't get it out ourselves.
Yeah. So
I
if
mean, we
there's,
try and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not the
I just
same.
recharge right away.
Yeah. So if there's any women out there who want to kind of help with that, hit us up.
Yeah. Release our tea on your teas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should put that on a shirt.
Oh, that's a killer shirt.
Yeah. So did we have?
And then we'll put
speaking
like a
of
target on the
right,
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of great bars like that, did we have some poems we wanted to read?
We do not have any poems this week. We had to cut some poems from the last week's episode because some of you guys are kind of wild on the poems, and which is cool. We love that. We support that. We want to figure out a place where we can show the wild poem content, but yeah, maybe we'll start a Patreon or something like that. But yeah, so but yeah, keep sending in the poems. We do like the wild poems, but we do have to be careful with some censorship stuff, because we don't want our channel to be removed or whatever. That being said, too, if you're a big fan of the show, please click on the link in the bio of the show, and then there's like a mailing list. So like sign up for that mailing list. So if anything ever happens to the channel, there'll be a way for you to communicate with the channel. And the other way you can combat that is following the Two Woke Boys on every platform.
Yes. Following
us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify, all those things. So that way you won't lose out on any Woke Boys content. There will be some way for us to announce to you what is going on with the show.
Yes.
But yeah, so keep those poems coming and keep in the those advice things. We'd love to get to those with you guys. I thought this article was pretty interesting. The what is this? The diversity activist who claimed to be Latino, Arab, South Asian, outed as white by her mother. Yeah, that was one that you shared, right?
I don't know.
It says Muslim.
Oh yeah, no, I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. It says Muslim activist Raquel Avida Saraswati claimed to be a woman of color, was outed by her mother, who said she is white as the driven snow. Saraswati, 39, is the Chief Equity, Inclusion, and Culture Officer of the American Friends Service Committee, a Quaker organization that fights globally for peace and social justice. Quaker organization? Was it Amish? The fuck is that?
Quakers are different. They're like the
like the oats guy?
Yeah.
The Quaker oats guy.
Yeah.
He's a what is
well, it's the same like religion.
Okay.
As they have
diversity
I think they're like
shit?
Christian, but they're very like old fashioned. They're kind of like the Amish, but they're similar.
Horses and sell
and wear those little hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have diversity shit?
Apparently.
That's a thing, getting diversity in the fucking Quaker people?
I guess.
Okay. You know what they should do? If you want to get diversity in the Quaker community, we got to change the oat box guy. That guy is too white.
To black?
No, he's too white.
Oh, yeah, right. So I'm saying change him
we need...
or what if we take Uncle Ben and put him on?
I was going to say Aunt Jemima, since she's dead now.
Oh, okay.
They killed Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
But we need to resurrect Aunt Jemima.
And it's like, thank God they took Aunt Jemima off the syrup. Like, think of how much racism has been decreased.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
since they took
I don't think there's been any racism
Aunt Jemima,
since Aunt Jemima
and
was
Uncle
removed.
Ben off of their...
Wait, what are they calling the Uncle Ben's rice now? White guy rice?
I'm not sure what they call it.
Asian stuff?
I'm not sure. But there was, I mean, thank God.
They changed the syrup thing to like the Trading Post Co. or some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank God they took those mascots off the products, because that was what black people were fighting for.
Yeah.
During that whole time,
to not have any mascots representing them at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's like the Keebler elves. They're still there, and all the fucking snap, crackle, and pop.
Thank God we got rid of Uncle Ben.
A couple of, brothers, dude.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah.
That'd be a tight rap group. What if they made Cocoa Krispies and then had like black guys as the three like little...
Well, apparently it's racist to have a black mascot, so we can't do that anymore.
That's true. Is there a black cereal mascot?
Count Chocula? Is he black?
No, he's a vampire.
Or a white, he's a white vampire.
Yeah,
he's Europe. Yeah, he's Transylvanian.
Yeah. Yeah. Boo Berry, that's a ghost.
Right.
Yeah. Lucky Charms, leprechaun, Irish guy.
Yeah. But apparently that's what solves racism, is taking black
Cocoa
people
Puffs
off products instead of putting them on products.
But don't they kind of make some, I can't think of a black one. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's good because we solved racism by taking them off.
Yeah, but that now there's a new racism that there's no black mascots for anything. So it's like we need to, except for that black queen M&M that's like a girl boss.
Right.
Right.
I did every time. I was going to take a picture of this. Every time I go to Target, I notice there's this there's a wine brand that's displayed very prominently.
Yeah.
Like outside the food that says Black Girl Magic.
Nice.
The wine is called Black Girl Magic.
Okay.
And so I should have gotten some to bring here into the studio.
We should drink Black Girl Magic on the show.
Yeah.
And just get our sass going. That's the best thing we can do other than having a fat black lady behind us going,
to co-sign everything we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. That might be the episode where we get a fat black lady to sit behind us. What's it called?
Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That would be great. Yeah, we should do that on the show. But yeah, so this lady got called out for being white by her family. So that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the mom said, I call her Rachel. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. I'm as white as the driven snow, and so is she. I'm German and British, and her father was Calabrese Italian. She's chosen to live a lie, and I find that very, very sad. That's what her mom said. Her mom just fucking dunked on her pretty bad.
Well, we stand with the daughter, not the mom.
Yeah,
it's her truth that she's BIPOC. So who is anyone to say? Who is her mom to say what she is?
It's one of those things too. It's where it's like she's like just wearing like the garb, and then like just wearing like a kind of a little too dark shade of concealer and makeup. So it's like, are you doing kind of blackface with your makeup a little bit?
Brown face, yeah.
Yeah. But not quite. So yeah, it's kind of like Rachel Dolezal.
Right.
Queen.
Yeah, we stan Rachel Dolezal. Yeah.
What's she up to now?
OnlyFans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hit us up, Rach.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get her
on the show.
Mm-hmm. Or, over to the other recording studio, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
To help her record some OnlyFans content.
Right.
Yeah. We would help. Do you have anything you'd like to plug this week?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you want to follow the show, follow TooWokeBoys at send us emails, TooWokeBoys@gmail.com. Follow the show, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Please give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and Spotify. That helps us in the algorithm. We've been kind of stuck at just under 100 on the iTunes. So, and if you write a fun review, we'll read those on the show. Also follow ally of the show, Jeff Zinasek, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. And follow the boys for content, come see our shows, all that stuff. And thank you for listening to episode 135 of the Two Woke Boys podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Cole.
And this has been Two
Woke Boys.